It's time again for another installment of The Basics, and today's episode is due to a request from one of my viewers, and it focuses on dilemma combos in the Star Trek card game. Now, I've always said on previous episodes you want 3 or 4 dilemmas per mission. I'm only going to show you combos of 2 so that you can figure out what else to use under there. But these will show you 2 potent dilemmas to use as a combo to get you started under those missions. Dilemmas have to be chosen wisely to be added to your deck, and it also depends on the number of planetary and space missions. So you want to have a healthy balance. But today's show is not about the balance, it's about combos that you can start off with under those missions. So, here's to get started. This could go under planet or space, but I more recommend these 2 for a planet. You have scientific method. To get past requires medical and 3 science. Now, if that's on an early mission that your opponent is attempting, chances are they're not going to have 3 science, especially if they're not playing Federation or Romulan. Underneath that, you could put primitive culture. This is a tasty dilemma because to get past it requires 3 Vulcans, or Anthropology and Civilian, or Vorda and 4 Jem'Hadar, or 2 Tal Shiar, or 2 Obsidian Order, or Acquisition and 2 Greed, or 6 Klingons, or 4 Red Icon Borg. That is a good one to have in the start, because if your opponent, never mind all 4 dilemmas you have under that mission, but those 2 alone is enough to slow him down, if not stop him for a while. For space or for planet, you can use Balancing Act. So this will cost 50 points to the player, and if he hasn't scored any points yet, that's minus 50. That's a hell of a good starting point for you if you want to attempt missions and make points while he's stuck doing that. And REM Fatigue Hallucinations. No one on board can dream. Entire crew dies in 3 of your full turns unless 3 medical present or ship returns to the outpost first. Now, your opponent can score 5 points off that, but it's not very likely he's going to be able to do either, depending on where this dilemma is placed. Ancient Computer and Menthar Booby Trap, so you cannot get past unless 2 computer skill or 3 science or 3 engineer. And unless medical present, 1 crew member killed, ship can't move until 2 engineer present. So either way, it's going to heavily use engineers to try to solve those. Spatial Dilemma again, Birth of Junior, and Navigational Hazards. Basically, if your opponent doesn't have 3 engineer aboard by that time, his range is reduced by 1 each turn. And the Navigational Hazards requires Stellar Cartography and 2 Navigation. Again, if it's not a Federation or Klingon or even Ferengi deck, he's going to have problems. This is a good combo to use on a planet. Male's love interest, or females, I just happened to find this one first. Male away team member runs off with lover to furthest planet. Discard dilemma. Punishment zone. 1 away team member, random selection is killed or beam up that personnel at a penalty. Double penalty of Federation. Very juicy combo to be used there. Either way, someone either goes away for a long time or they die, or they go back up to their ship and they cannot contribute to the mission, and there's a penalty. And finally, the other really good combo I have for you, Spatial. Microbiotic Colony, ship damage unless science engineer and officer aboard, and hull breach, unless environmental suit present kills 1 non-android and another non-android of same classification. Mission continues. So, if he doesn't have all 3 classifications on board, he loses, he's damaged, and then because of that, he definitely will not have an environmental suit. I've hardly seen any players use that. 2 people are dead right there. That should give you an idea of what you want to do with dilemmas under missions. Now, the other 2 per mission are up to you, but these are good combos you can start with. Now, to this day, I still get asked why so many dilemmas are needed under each mission, and it goes back to the core of the game. The whole point is to score 100 points before your opponent, and if you keep throwing obstacles in his way, especially bad ones, he's not going to be able to score the points and overcome all the difficulties. And in that same vein, neither are you. So that's why, as I've said before, it comes down to proper deck construction and strategy. because at the end of the day, you're still going to have to score some points, and you're going to have the right personnel with the right attributes to get past the dilemmas. Because not only are you thinking of combos to thwart your opponent, he's thinking the same about you. That's all for today. Have a great day.